The government knows every terrorist by name and by location. I don't go yellow. I don't go to the terrorists alone. I call the police, I call the security, everybody. I will go to the MES or that place. In fact, when we went to one terrorist, I went to even with women with me. Go to the bush. When you didn't see it because the camera was not concentrated on it. I don't go hello.
Talking about Gumi before, and if you remember exactly what I said, that he's not a foolish man as people think he is. He's actually a smart person. He might be smart for different reasons, and he might be egregious in his ways. And I just told you what I always known. He's not telling you anything new. All these terrorists are in bed with people in government. Whenever there is mass kidnapping, why do you think that government is able to hear from the terrorists? Because they have their phone numbers. If they call one side, the one in Niger, those ones we give them the telephone number of the one in Katsina. They say, no, it's not also. It's our friends in Katsina that did it. That's how they know Gumi is not lying. There's no major terrorist and there's no major criminal in Nigeria that is not known to security agencies. But you even find kidnappers doing MCs at the children naming ceremony of police commissioners in Nigeria. They know themselves. They help themselves. I once told you last year that there's a guy who is into fraud that was given an office at the Nigeria Police Headquarters, one Jesha. So how he's not lying. They know all the if they want to wipe out the terrorists today, they know where to get them and wipe them out.
In a recent TV interview where you said that you know where the bandits are in Zamfara.
Absolutely.
You know where they live.
Absolutely.
You know their parents,
Yeah.
etc. Why have they not been apprehended?
Well, you see, this is some of the complication. Like I said earlier, these people are not foreigners. These people are Zamfara State indigents.
The bandits.
Absolutely. They were born and bred in Zamfara State. So we live with them. We know who they are. It's a very straightforward thing. And we are the people that can take care of that. And that is why we're making a conscious effort to make sure security is given number one priority. But also, we look at other factors. What are those causes of insecurity? People are idle. Let me say this to you. Zamfara State is a population of about 6 million people. More than 70% of that population are young men and women. And these guys are idle, doing nothing. They don't go to school. So what do you expect? Crime to go on. So part of the measures to address those issues is to understand the root causes. And that is why we had to declare state of emergency in education to make sure these people are educated. And when they're educated, they are taken care of.
Governor of the state is now in the national government, in the federal government as a defense minister.
Absolutely.
And you know where the bandits are.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to put two and two together. You know where they are.
Yes.
You should potentially have an ally.
Absolutely.
In a seat as a defense minister.
Absolutely.
Why can't you smoke out these bandits so that we discuss a different issue?
Let me tell you why it is difficult for a state to do certain things. Yes, in theory, state governors are chief security officers of their state. But in reality, we don't have control over the security forces. And therefore, we have to rely on federal government. Now, we're doing that.
Are you working with the defense minister?
Defense, well, there's a minister of defense, there's a junior minister. The senior minister recently was in Zamfara to discuss the security challenges the state is facing. So there's collaboration between the state and the federal government. But what I'm saying is we need to make conscious effort to be able to address this issue because, like I said, these people, we know who they are, we know where they live, we know their parents. So why is it difficult handling them? That is the $1 million question.
I hope you have the answer. Why is it difficult handling them?
Well, we're doing the best we can within the limited resources, within my limitation as a governor.
I mean, okay, and I'm sorry I'm taking you step by step. These are issues you deal with every day. Have you handed over those locations and names to the authorities within a certain time and they have not gotten back?
We have security report on a daily basis in terms of the movement of these bandits. But like I said, I'm not the man who will give the control or the order to be able to. I have to rely on the security forces of the federal government. Let me say this categorical. If we're committed, if we're serious, you can take care of the situation within 2 weeks, maximum.
2 weeks?
I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, you can take care of the situation.
I want you to understand.
But the political will is not there.
What's happening really? I have heard you complain that negotiations are going on with bandits behind your back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Who is negotiating with the bandits in your state behind your back? And why are you not being carried along with this?
That is the $1 million question. And at a point, I had to really come out and say it clearly, because while we're trying to take care of the situation, somebody somewhere, somehow, behind our back is negotiating with the bandits. As a governor of a state, without my knowledge.
With bandits is really beyond, the governors per se, because it's a national issue and security is on the exclusive list. But the governors are doing whatever possible in order to ensure that this issue of banditry is brought to control and it doesn't come up any longer. Along the way, obviously, the claim is made that governors are the chief security officers. But a situation whereby the security agencies do not take directives and they only take directives from their own commands, governors will be left to know nothing but to wait until things are done, and by the time decisions are made, it might be too late.